Space Marine 2's campaign is fun as hell, but you can oftentimes find yourself overwhelmed when you've got so many enemies swarming you at once. Here are 8 best tips and tricks you should be using to rip through the Tyranid scum. You're able to parry the blue attacks from enemies with ease by hitting your parry button as soon as you see the blue flash. Doing so will give you a free kill for the smaller Tyranids and will then boost your shield regeneration. If you manage to get a perfect parry on a larger enemy like the Tyranid warriors, you'll be able to perform a gun strike and deal extra heavy damage to them. Finding the right combos in fights will give you better success in survival, since the 4th move in a combo will often give you a big ground stomp that has a decent area of effect. Use your light attacks 3 times in succession, then hold the attack button to use a heavy attack, which will then give you that extra follow-up damage. While you might want to save up your grenades and Medicae stims for when you're really in a dire situation, your restock options will come much more often than you think. So don't be afraid to use your supplies whenever you can. You'll come across weapons lying on the ground or at various checkpoints for you to swap to, even when you have your preferred loadout already. Don't be afraid to swap weapons from an automatic type to single fire, higher damage type for the objective ahead. If you know you'll be dealing with a heavy swarm, opt for the automatic. If you know you'll be dealing with the more heavy type enemies like the Tyranid warriors, swap for some heavy blasting weapons like the Melta rifle. In order to heal in Space Marine 2, you have to deal a lot of damage or perform kills to get the life back. When you take damage, you'll notice a white bar pop up on your health bar that will quickly tick down if you do not deal damage. That's your contested health that you can earn back if you're able to deal damage, or if you can execute an enemy, you'll get your full health bar back. Using your Medicae stims will give you some health, but it won't give you back that contested health progress. While most scattered debris is just set dressing for the various stages, you'll occasionally spot some Astra Militarum boxes. These boxes should be shot or hit with your melee attacks, as they'll typically contain the more sparse loot that can be found, ranging from Guardian relics to even health packs. Many of the missions in Space Marine 2 feature a moment where thousands of Tyranids are climbing over each other up a wall, with your team tasked to hold them back. Instead of looking at these groupings as thousands of tiny critters, look at them as one giant enemy. You can lob a grenade to break up the group or just shoot it a bunch with your gun, but when you're targeting a specific grouping of wall climbers, you shouldn't stop until that grouping essentially explodes. That's when you know you've done enough damage to push them back. Zoanthropes are the annoying flying Tyranids that are hard to kill due to their shielding and sporadic attacks. Zoanthropes will throw out a psychic beam that can hit you hard and throw you backwards, and will also shoot psychic bolts that will explode when they hit you. Zoanthropes will be hovering above a swarm of enemies, so getting to that Zoanthrope might be difficult. Focus fire on this Zoanthrope, and if you have a crack grenade, which is the sticky grenade, one straight explosion on this will kill this Tyranid. How are you liking Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 so far? Let us know. For more Space Marine 2 tips and tricks, be sure to stay right here at IGN.